What's up, y'all? Jay here. So, today's the day. We got TVL's Bulletproof. So, I'm about to run through my prediction in full prior to it, and then I'll come back and do a review afterwards. But, hey, let's just hop into it. All right, so we got Coffee Brown and Official. I'm interested in this, actually. I want to see what Official comes back with. At first, when I first seen it, I was kind of like, I don't really care for this. Official, you know, she kind of been on, to me, like a decline over the last, bit of time and whatnot. Coffee, former Wody, been in the running, she's usually like in the top 2 to 3 for Wody, So, I'm interested to see what happens here. You know what I'm saying? Bar-wise, let's be honest, Official can just she can go with the best of them. But Coffee has that, she has that presence to her. She has that command to her. You know what I mean? She knows how to talk that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, me personally, in this, I have Coffee 2-1. I want to see Official put up a good showing. But me personally, I got a Coffee Brown 2-1 taking this. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Coffee 2-1. All right, so now we got Arsenal versus Jazz the Rapper. Honestly, I think this is going to be kind of it depends. I want to say it would be a clear win for Jazz, just off of bars, creativity, structure. You know what I mean? Jazz has all that. Arsenal can be all over the place, but when he puts it together, and then we got the disrespect aspect. But I don't think that's going to necessarily work on Jazz unless, I think Arsenal's been around a long time. Longer than Jazz, obviously, but he's been around for her entirety. So there may be some behind-the-scenes things that he may know that he can kind of throw out there towards Jazz or whatever. And if there's anybody that's going to do it, it'll be Arsenal. So I don't necessarily see Arsenal winning this. I could see him, kind of destroying her around, though, to be perfectly honest with you. I could see him going in for a round and really kind of, nullifying a round for Jazz, but I don't think he's going to nullify the battle for her. I think she just can come with too much, and I think she's going to be prepared, and it's a big card, and she's going against a male, you know what I mean? I think I got Jazz, honestly, I'm going to be dead ass. I got Jazz with a 3-0, not a body, you know what I mean? A gentleman's 3-0, or a lady's 3-0. So I got Jazz 3-0. I was going to say 2-1, because I kind of want to give Arsenal that round, where I just think but I think, even with that, I think Jazz's content will just be overpowering, to be honest with you, different things that she do. So yeah, I'm going Jazz 3-0 over Arsenal. All right, so T-Rex versus Av. First and foremost, really good seeing T-Rex back after, what happened to him on the stage against Geechee. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to, see him back. And hopefully that throws a little bit of extra fire under him. You know what I mean? I'm going to be honest with you. The easy thing to say is Av. You know what I mean? Because he's just going to be punching. You know what I'm saying? But Rex coming back, Mook's on the card. And if there is anything that can kind of nullify what Av does, it's that real talk. And Rex can do that. If we get a locked in 90% Rex, this could be a pretty fire battle. You know what I'm saying? Grown man talk on both sides of it. We know, you know what I'm saying, how Av does, but we know what Rex do. You know what I mean? So I think this is gonna be a goodie either way. I'm honestly gonna say it's a 2-1 toss-up either way. I'm gonna go with Av with the 2-1 just because I have more faith in what Av has been doing as of recently, his consistency. You know what I mean? Runner-up for, Cody, all those types of things. So I'm going to go with Av 2-1, but again, it's a toss-up, and honestly, I just want to see a good showing for Rex. Glad that man's in good health, and it's good to see him back, and let's see what he do and see if he brings some of that, you know what I'm saying, bring some of that to the stage with him. All right, so now we got Hollow the Don versus Swamp. Ooh, I don't know. Like, Hollow's an enigma. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those that's when he's on, he can beat anybody when he's on. When he's off, if he does he has a tendency or whatnot to kind of do corny things sometimes, but he does recognize that he'll flip himself out of that, especially depending on the crowd he's in front of. You know what I mean? I think he can bring a level of creativity that, you know what I mean, will give Swamp some problems. Now, watching the face-off that they just did, he came out with a one of those Swampman type outfits, you know, that the military uses when they're swamp or whatever. So that could play into something he was going to do. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to have to come with that and, you know, me to kind of beat Swamp. Swamp, he just has to come with it. Either Swamp's on or Swamp. Both of them, either they're on or they're off. You know what I'm saying? I believe Hollow is more lyrically creative, more outside the box. Swamp will say stuff that'll just hit so much more harder. This is another toss-up. This is definitely a toss-up, 2-1 either way. I want Swamp to win. I feel like Hollow's gonna win, but I want Swamp to win. But I feel like Hollow is gonna just edge it out. If he doesn't edge it out, then Swamp knocks him off. You know what I mean? Completely. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how it's going to go. I'm going with Hollow this one, but I want Swamp to win. Just because I personally can, you know, stay more engaged with the way that Swamp, you know, puts his stuff together and whatnot. Like I said, Hollow will lose you, but when he's on point, he's on point. It also depends on how serious Hollow is taking this battle. So we're going to see. And they have this whole thing about who's the king of the South, which, you know, I guess let's see what that is supposed to be. You know, it's supposed to be Hollow. That's supposed to be his thing for this battle. He's saying he's the king of the South because he lives in Houston, but he's from New York. But then again, you know, it's about where you know what I'm saying, where you scrape your teeth at. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, I got Hollow 2-1, but I want to see Swamp win. But I'm gonna put my stamp down for Hollow 2-1. All right. So now we got the Pan Ultimate battle, which is CALICOE versus Rum Nitty. I think this is going to be a good one. I think that, you know, as we know, Rum the Alien bar you to death all the way through. Just hits, bar you to death. CALICOE, real talk, wizardry, whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? But he has a certain command of the stage. It's hard to rattle him on the stage. I think I've only seen him rattled on the stage really one time. You know what I'm saying? And that was against Lux. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that I'm learning, or not that I'm learning, but I'm seeing about Rum is people are, you know, they've been kind of figuring Rum out. Rum is not unbeatable. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got people like Eunice. You got people like Lux. Got him. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people who can figure Rum out. And I think CALICOE style is one of those styles that'll do that. I think it's going to be good either way, but I also feel like Rum might come with some out of this earth bars for this, especially again with the card that. So I feel the same way about this that I do about Arsenal and Jazz. So I'm going with Rum 2-1. I feel like he's just going to have some outlandish stuff for CALICOE, and I think he's going to take the opportunity, especially, you know, with the way stuff went with Lux. I think he's going to take this opportunity to knock a legend, you know, down a few runs or whatnot, or at least try to. So in this battle, Rum versus Cal, I got Rum 2-1. Now I guess there's supposed to be some mystery battle on this, so can't really say anything, but I'm interested to see who it actually is. I had paid attention. I had heard some stuff about a few people, I guess, you know, just being online or whatnot, nothing. But I guess it's supposed to be a mystery battle, so that's the only reason I put this here. Ain't no, you know what I'm saying, what, 3-0 whoever, I guess, whatever. So, all right, so let's get to it. The headliner, you know what I'm saying? The final battle, Hitman Holla versus Murder Mook. I think this is gonna be just fire either way. I think this is gonna be a fire battle. You got Holla, who has taken the game to where he's taken it since he came in from way back from Balle on Big T to when he got on stage finally with Arsenal and gave that monumental performance. Going forward, you got the Johns, you got him and Verb, you know what I'm saying? All the stuff that he's done, a lot of things predicated around his performance, but he can bar himself up a little bit too, you know what I'm saying? He can come with some things, you know what I mean? Some hard-hitting lines, you know, voice control, you know, command, all that stuff. He has that, you know what I'm saying? So he can, what he lacks with complexity, I'll say, of his rhymes, he makes up for in other areas. But then you got Mook, the legend, the GOAT, the logo, as they say. You know what I mean? But I think this is going to be a different Mook. Well, we actually seen this Mook with CALICOE, but that was more of a different setting from my understanding. You know what I mean? This one isn't really going to be like that pit type style. But we know the angles, the bars, the stanzas that he goes on, stuff like that. I think, and just the mind, not necessarily the mind games, but just the mentality that he has going into it. And this is a clear-minded Mook. We've seen Mook rock a big stage. You know what I'm saying? We've seen him in the pits. You know what I'm saying? Now that he's been out for like a few years now, ups and downs, I think this is this battle is suited for him. Are we gonna see Hitman's little brother on the stage? You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna come out? I'm pretty sure. I almost think Mook would have something to counteract that. You know what I mean? So I think this is gonna be fire either way. The things that worry me, Mook getting a little bit too in the weeds with the complexity of the bars, or trying to be kind of like, that's how we ended up getting Whiskey Business versus Averb. You know what I'm saying? But that was kind of, more on the incline of him coming back into the arena of, battle rap again. Since then, the stuff he's put together has been pretty decent. So, but that's the only thing that concerns me about Mook, honestly. Nothing else really concerns me. I think any angle he comes up with will more than likely hit, and things of that nature. With Holla, I'm worried he's gonna try to just money talk through the whole thing, because Holla's very arrogant. He's very prideful, and pride comes before the fall. And I kind of think that's what I see is going to happen here. Now, I'm not from New York. I'm not from St. Louis. You know what I mean? But so there's no, I have no geographical, biases or anything like that. I just personally feel Hitman's pride is going to get in the way of his creativity. I think it's going to be a lot of, I did this, I have this, I have this, I have this. And Mook being who he is, the strategic thinker that he is, I think he's going to be ready for that. And if anything, he'll probably do things to enhance it and make it what Hitman seems is, a positive. He's probably going to flip that into a negative. So just due to the tacticalness of it, the strategy I think Mook will have in place, and Mook being more bar heavy, got Mook 2-1. I got Mook 2-1 over Hitman. I think Hitman takes around probably the first, to be honest with you, and then I think from there Mook just kind of wears him down and takes him down. So in this, got Mook 2-1, ending up the night with what I think is going to be a very good event. I like the fact that we have TBL to do these type of things, especially after RBE kind of kicking back, retiring. URL does their thing, then we got Summer Madness coming up to enough, but it's good to have a league to fill in that void and make their own, footprints in the sand with these battles that they're giving us. So yeah, what do y'all think about Takeover Bulletproof? Let me know. That's my predictions. And I'll be back to holler at y'all about the reactions to it. Jay out.